So on this channel, obviously I'm a very spiritual person. However, I want to, the purpose of this channel is really to approach it from a objective and psychological perspective to kind of, show people what my thought processes are of, how you arrive at spirituality, and not through the typical dogmatic, theocracy type way to get there, because I feel like ultimately those are all not great paths to arrive at spirituality. In fact, they have no place for the individual. So today's video is about reincarnation specifically. And what does that mean? Especially for the atheist. Now, I read a book called Many Lives, Many Masters. It's been a while since I've read it, but it's by Brian Weiss, he's a psychiatrist from Columbia University. He's world renowned, and he basically has this woman who was referred to him, through other psychiatrists as basically unhelpable. She had gone to many other places to try and, help her mindset, and instead, as she aged, she just kept getting worse and worse and worse, more phobias, and just, active depression, and just plummeting mentally as time passed. So he does this thing where he basically rewinds your mind. He puts you into a state of hypnosis, and he rewinds your mind into, previous experiences, and to essentially unwind those experiences. To when I say experiences, I mean trauma specifically. So he'll go into the past of your life and visit those traumas and basically reframe them in your subconscious for you, and when you wake up, you're healed, essentially, emotionally speaking. And he rewound this woman's, memory all the way to 2 years old, and thinking that, he found a very traumatic experience for her at 2 years old that would have been, the earliest memory she could have had to, to carry trauma through her life. And after, he snapped her out of the hypnosis, he's thinking, all right, she's probably healed now. And she was a little bit better, but she wasn't much better at all. So he's thinking he must have missed some traumas through her life, so we rewound it again. Then he went back to all the way to 2 years old, and he rewound it a little bit further, thinking, okay,